Good morning and welcome to Daybreak at Indian Preservation. I'm excited to be with you this morning. This is my favorite time of day. I love watching the world wake up, communing with God, and enjoying a cup of coffee. And now I get to do that with you, my friends. I'd like to share with you a little bit of how I got started teaching food preservation. I have a feeling my story is a little different than most. In 2017, I started looking at retiring from engineering, and I decided I would have some time to give back to my community. There was a seat opening on the city council, so I decided to run. And after a lot of campaigning and a lot of walking and shaking hands, I met with so many wonderful people. I won. Election night, the text messages started coming in, and I got a phone call from my daughter. At least I thought it was my daughter, but no, it was my granddaughter Zoe. And I thought, oh, how sweet. Here she is, 5 years old, and she's calling to congratulate me. No, that wasn't the case. No, not at all. She decided that she was going to cash in on some campaign favors. Um, First words out of her mouth were, "We need fruit trees in town." And I said, "What?" And she said, "We need fruit trees in town." And I said, "Okay, why do we need fruit trees?" And she was a little exasperated. She said, "Cocoa, so kids could have healthy snacks when they play." Well, that argument was really hard to argue. And I said, "Okay, that's a good idea. What kind of fruit trees do we need?" And she said, "We need peach, apple, cherry, plum, orange, and grapes. And yes, I know those grow on vines, but we need those too." Well, I kind of laughed and I said, "You've been thinking about this for a while." She said, "Yes, I have." So I told her I would talk with the city and see what I could find out. The recreation department said they had budget for trees and they may as well put in fruit trees as anything else. The city manager said he'd like to coordinate this and make sure we do it right, get the right people involved. So he said he'd get back with me in a few weeks. Well, a few weeks later, my granddaughter was in school, and we were going to meet with the college and the local school district and the food bank. Um, this had grown quite a bit more than I thought it would, but I was happy about that. Um, but she would be in school at that time and would not be able to attend the meeting. So she put together a presentation. We met at the college in the smallest possible conference room I've ever been in my life. Uh, we literally were sitting shoulder to shoulder. We had executives from the food bank, we had representatives from the ISD, we had the campus president, deans of admissions and students, we had the department heads for the horticulture department, their instructor, continuing education, and some other people that I don't know who they were. Um, I was overwhelmed by the energy and the excitement about this now 6 year old girl's project. Um, Everyone was on board. The food bank asked if we could include a community garden in this project, and I said I'm sure Zoe would be happy to have that as part of her fruit tree program. She went on to explain that many of their clients never got much fresh produce. Most of what they received as donations was pretty much at the end of its life. I asked if anyone at their facility was able to teach their clients food preservation, and she said no. And the president for the college said, "Well, do we teach that?" And the dean of admissions said no. And the president asked me if I'd be willing to help them put together a program. And of course, I said yes. I was excited about that. So a few weeks later, I met with the continuing ed director and we put together a program. We decided it would be best to start this as a pilot for the senior citizens education program. Um, the first semester, we would kick off with 3 workshops. That would be the basics for food preservation, a freezing workshop, and a water bath workshop. I cannot tell you. Um, again, I was overwhelmed by the response to that class. We had 5 students sign up. Um, at the evaluation, they asked for more classes, and we ended up adding 7 more classes to the 3 that we had piloted. We submitted that to the college for approval, and it was a quick response. Yes, we will continue on with this. So the next semester, the second semester we tried this, we had 18 students sign up. The third semester, the class filled up on the first day. They shut the registration down at 23 students, and we had a waiting list started. We outgrew our venue, so we had to do something. My students suggested that we move to YouTube. So here we are. Here we are. It's a huge step for us. And they're excited because we'll be able to have them sign up and participate in some of the episodes. Um, they're able to go back and review these classes anytime that they want. So I'm so happy to be here on YouTube, and I'm even happier that you're here with us. So follow along, subscribe to our channel. Um, if there's anything that you would like to see, please put that in the comments below. And we'll catch you at the next Daybreak on Indian Preservation.